Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now,
taking it right down Broadway. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Irving with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bucs are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And a route is on here in this first half. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
We'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. To throw, it's Rodgers.
This one finds Wilson downfield.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now Rodgers.
And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover at the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Levante David.
And the Buccaneers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, it's Irving.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the handoff, this is Irving.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
Throw left side, hauled in by Otten.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Mayfield looks to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
This one taken in by Otten.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and this brings up a third and goal. Mayfield now. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on third and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. On play action, it's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So we've come to halftime after a very... You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
On play action, now Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Jamel Dean.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial.
Tackle by Ashton Davis up from the secondary.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Mayfield to throw it.
To the right side and intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ballgame, but that's something right there still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Now Rodgers.
That one into the hands of Adams downfield.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Davante Adams, his second touchdown of the night.
And the Jets take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now down to 20. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage are so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
From the gun, Mayfield.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
To throw, Mayfield. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Brandon Eccles. And the Jets are going to get the football. Will come out to the 20.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an...
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
157 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
They go play action. Mayfield. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Mike Evans, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Bucs take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the 2 teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Throwing is Rodgers. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Rodgers again now. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Seven, usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick-6 on the other side, and now they get a pick-6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick-6 from earlier in this game?
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute off.
It's caught inside the 25. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Now a give, Irving running right.
And he's into the end zone.
I'm vanilla, baby. But I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skilla, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me. That's right, whip your lovin' on me. Young J-A-C-K-A-K-A, Rico like Suave, young Enrique, speaking of AKA. She's an alpha, but not around your boy. She get quiet around your boy. Hold on, don't know what you heard or what you thought about your boy, but they lied about your boy. Going dumb, and it's something idiotic about your boy. She wearing cheetah print. That's how bad she won't be spotted around your boy.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in tonight's battle. It's the New York Jets and the Baltimore Ravens coming up next.
Welcome to the historic Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland. Just a stone's throw away, you find M&T Bank Stadium, the home of the Ravens. Good to be in the booth with my partner Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Welcome, and Greg, this is one of those that's worth... Here's the veteran Greg Zuerlein as we are ready to start. And off we go here in Baltimore. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
Is there a more exciting guy in the NFL to watch play quarterback than this guy, Mike? I mean, one of the most dynamic athletes to ever play the position. And what's truly unique about him is his ability to beat you both as a runner and equally as a passer. And that's really where his game has developed. Defensive coordinators, they don't sleep very much when they know they're facing this guy and all the problems that he presents.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Wow, indecision right away.
Delay of game.
Delay of game to start this drive.
Still first down.
They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
Now he takes off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Play action now. Jackson. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, they snap it to Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Another run here with Hall. Breece Hall inside the 20. And he's going to take this all the way home. Breece Hall, touchdown, New York. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Hardy now with the return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. The Ravens offense ready now for their second drive. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. It's a three tight end look as they have it first and 10. They'll run it with Henry.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down. And this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting. But finally, when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
Jackson now on second down. And he's got his tight end likely downfield. A pickup there of 25 yards. Good for a Raven first down. They'll give it, going left. There's Henry. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7. They'll go again here with Henry. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. Henry tries to bull his way in. And he'll go down. Back at the 4.
Well, this seems pretty straightforward. 3rd and 1, just dial up a run play and run straight downhill. But this defense had other plans. They were ready and expecting that run, and they're able to take the ball carrier down for it.
That is caught by the tight end. Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Ravens.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Wanwu now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready for their second possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. Second and 7.
Over. Back north.
Here's Rodgers. Firing downfield for Conklin. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to take over just shy of midfield.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Here's the veteran Greg Zuerlein as we are ready to start. And off we go here in Baltimore. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
We had a couple of his games early in his career, and of course, all the way to his days back in college, his athleticism jumps off the screen. But Mike, these last couple years, his development as a true passer, his ability to operate from the pocket, that's what's really taken his game to this MVP level. And tell you what, we didn't think there was a lot more things that he could do on a football field, and it seems like every year he's proven otherwise.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the third play. Picked off by Michael Carter.
Well, that's certainly not what we were expecting to see, especially from a quarterback of this caliber. Opening drive, turnover. And let's hope for their sake, Mike, this is not a sign of things to come the rest of the day.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. A throw on the first play from Rodgers. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Credit him for trying to escape. The defense, though, was on that. And finally, they bring him down behind the line. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. He'll look for Flowers downfield. That is brought in. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 81 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. The kick is good. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready to take over for their second possession. They had that pick on the opening drive. It led to a touchdown. So 7-0 the deficit as they get the ball back. 1st and 10. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. In the shotgun, it's A-Rob. And Marlon Humphrey is there, and he picks it off. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. You're not going to get away with it at this level.
Quick, ready?
They need 6 for the touchdown. 2nd and goal. Now Jackson on the move. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Baltimore. Point after now from Tucker. The kick is good. And the Ravens will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Gibson now on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So now Rodgers and the Jets ready to take over once more.
Hey, check
They break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
180.
A give right up the middle to Henry. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in fade.
And this one is intercepted. It's DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 6.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Hey, 88. Run it.
Out of the pistol, Rodgers to throw. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So first the decision to throw down here backed up near your... the veteran Greg Sirlon as we are ready to start. And off we go here in Baltimore. And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man,
Oh, what an inauspicious start. It's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Get 300. Get 300.
Off the play fake, Rodgers. That's caught by the tight end, Tyler Conklin. To the 20. And he will dive into the end zone. 84 yards. Touchdown, Jets. Following the touchdown, the Jets have Rodgers ready to go for 2. Rodgers. That'll be caught. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. The return starts at the 13. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Ravens offense ready to get going with their second possession. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for King Henry. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6.
180.
On the option, they give it to Henry. And he did not want to go down. Good running. Manages to gain 5. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Now Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
He'll try to run for it.
4th and short, initially, you could tell he's just trying to get this ball out of his hand quickly, just enough to move the chains. Defense did a good job taking his reads away, so he turns into a runner, puts his head down, picks up the 1st down, and keeps this drive alive.
And he's in. Derrick Henry, touchdown Ravens.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. On the return, here comes Wanwu. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Jets offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. On the handoff, here comes Hall. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
Over. Inside.
Play fake. It's Rodgers. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll run. It's Henry. And despite his best efforts to get away, ultimately, he goes down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll be third down.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player, and when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
On third down, Jackson. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
From the 1 yard line, first down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short. Down at the 1.
Hey, Alpha, tonight.
Jackson going to keep this one himself. He will do it himself. He's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They give to Hall. Breece Hall. Still going. And he is gone. 70 yards. Touchdown, New York. And now, after the big play, got to cut that celebration short because they're going to stay out and go for 2. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. And that is not going to work. It's incomplete. Trying to tie the game with a 2-point conversion, but unable to do so. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. Hardy now with the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Ravens offense headed back to take over once more. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly. On play action, here's Jackson. Going up top and looking for Flowers.
We had a chance to sit down with the quarterback this week in practice. He preached the importance of that I have to do a better job protecting the ball. Well, so far here early, it doesn't seem like that's been the case. He's been a little reckless here in the opening quarter, and he's going to have to clean that up throughout the rest of this game.
It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
13.
They'll run it on 1st down with Henry. Room to run at the 35. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And, Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. On the return, here comes Wanwu. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Jets offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9. As this drive starts with first down. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. He'll go again with Hall.
And his great first half on the ground continues, and this is one of those guys that when he gets in the groove, it seems like it's an 8-yard run, a 10-yard run, and all of a sudden a 15-yard chunk play, one after another.
Now a 3rd and 2. He'll try to run for it with Hall. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Yeah, live. Go to 50. Hey, you block him.
Now Rodgers taking a shot downfield for Adams. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
Now, deep ball for Bateman. And that is incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. Aguilar goes off in motion. On 2nd down, here's a run with Henry. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Jackson on target to Flowers, and it's a Baltimore 1st down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
Lots of space, past the 45, down the sideline to the 20, and he will score again. Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown.
Entering accessibility screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Gibson now on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. They'll try the right side with Hall. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down. Another run here with Hall. They keep beating him. 15 more on the ground. And another first down.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
And it will finally be taken down at the Jets' 13-yard line.
Go to 50. Go to 50.
First down for Aaron. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out.
And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 2. First and 10. Out of his end zone, Jackson. Now he takes off. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Jackson now to throw on first down. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it'll bring up second down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. This is intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Echols. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch.
He is in. Reese Hall. Touchdown, Jets. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. Zerline's kick, up and good. And the Jets get it back to within 9. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. The cushion is 9 as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often. And it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets They're just not on the same page.
And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked up by Sauce Gardner.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Trying the left side, here's Hall. Not much there, a yard or two down to the 48. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. The master of play action, Rodgers. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there. And third down coming up. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, now it's just getting out of control, Mike. I mean, to see him continue to put the ball in harm's way time and time again, it's a little miscommunication. It's a little bad execution. I'm sure it's a little bit of everything. But at the end of the day, the ball is in your hands. You've got to make better decisions with it.
And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs. Aguilar goes off in motion. On 1st and 10, Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the second half.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
He's already been a little reckless with his decision-making up until this point, Mike, and now it almost backfires on him again. He has to do a better job of finding the matchups, finding the space on the field, so everything is not a forced ball into these tight windows.
He'll try and get there on the ground. Wow, out of bounds, inside the 10. It's 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he's got another one. Derrick Henry, touchdown Ravens. What a night he's having. That's 4 touchdowns in this game alone. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book, see if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. Gibson now on the return. Hard to figure what is going on there. He's going to be down inside his own 5. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. To throw is Rodgers. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
26.
Play action now with Rodgers. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Gibson now on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. Second down and 3. They'll run. This is Hall. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And he will score. Xavier Gibson. Touchdown, New York. Following the touchdown, the Jets have Rodgers ready to go for 2. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. Hardy now with the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. A first down throw for Jackson. He'll look for Flowers downfield. And this will be incomplete.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback. And don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant. And this defense knows that.
And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker's extra point up and good. And the Ravens will extend this third quarter lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Gibson now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. First and 10. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on first and 10. Here's Rodgers. Going for it all. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
Easy. Inside.
Throwing, Rodgers. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
There's not a position on the field, Mike, let alone any sport, where the mental side doesn't come in and impact how well you perform. And in this case, when you've thrown 4 interceptions in one game, I think we can all say...
And he
Menu narration option is set to off. Entering accessibility screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
He's stopped. He's into the end zone again. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens tack on one more to their lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Gibson now on the return. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
26.
Rodgers. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal. Jackson now. He'll tuck it and into the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Here's the veteran Greg Zuerlein as we are ready to start. And off we go here in Baltimore. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson. Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 72 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. You talk about a quarterback getting things done with his legs. Everything covered downfield, but they couldn't cover him as he went down the field for a touchdown.
Mike, sometimes as a defensive coordinator, you just can't prepare for everything. In this case, you had the play defended perfectly. Passing lanes are all taken away. Everyone in coverage is where they're supposed to be. So what does the quarterback do? He tucks the ball away, and he takes it the distance for 6.
Gibson now on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They are led by their quarterback, the future Hall of Famer, Aaron Rodgers.
Well, not an ideal situation to start this game off, Mike. I mean, the smoke from the pregame festivities were still lingering in the air, and you find yourself down a score. You don't have to necessarily go for the quick strike. Whatever your plan was coming into this game, stick to it. Of course, they didn't plan on falling behind this quickly. There was a long...
Oh, big hole, left side. Still going inside the 20. And he will dive into the end zone. 76 yards. Touchdown, Jets. Greg Zuerlein now for the point after. Oh, look at this. It's a fake. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zuerlein is out to kick this one off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll bring it out. Two-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Ravens offense going to take over now for the second time. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Bateman is the motion man. Throwing Jackson. Going up top and looking for Flowers. And that is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls
into space. And he will take this one in. 78 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Gibson now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So now this team's offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. A give. Here's Hall. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
You block over here. Hey, 88.
And movement up front. And that's our first time tonight to check in with our referee. Rodgers now. They'll set up the screen to Hall. He's into space past the 25. There's a good bounce back there. They'll get this back very close to that 1st down mark.
Hey, 88.
Rodgers to throw. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Seemed to me from up here, Mike, that he really locked in on that guy. He told himself, I'm going to give my guy a chance to go compete for this ball. And anytime he enters such a crowded area, it usually means if he works through his progression, there's an easier throw somewhere on the field. Instead, he tries to fit it in and just wasn't able to quite make the completion.
On play action, Rodgers. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Davante Adams. Touchdown, New York. That's 2 touchdowns for him now in this first quarter alone. Following the touchdown, the Jets have Rodgers ready to go for 2. Give up the middle with Hall. Try and push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
The Ravens offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. And he'll take this to about the 28. Quincy Williams in there for the stop. 2nd down and 8. Jackson out of the pistol. He keeps it himself. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
More of the same right here, and you can see the numbers. They're really starting to pile up for the quarterback, especially on the ground here in the first half, Mike. And when he takes off running, you can feel everyone kind of hold their breath, both in terms of him being electrifying, but also the fact that they want to make sure he's not taking any unnecessary shots.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Nelson Aguilar. Touchdown, Ravens. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Tucker's extra point up and good. And the Ravens will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Gibson now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Play fake. It's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. Here's Hall. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Jets 1st down. On the run, here's Hall. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Here's 1st and 10. Give left side. Here comes Hall. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. Rodgers. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. On the give, it's Hall. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. Off the play fake, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on fourth and long will end up in a turnover on downs. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Quincy Williams in there for the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll go again here with Henry. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down. Now, Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Echols. And the Jets will take over here just shy of the 30.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you're going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. They'll try to get this one on the ground. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Ardarius Washington. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the give, here's Henry. He'll get this down to the 44, but that's about it. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Jackson looking to throw. A ball deep for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
On the return, here comes Wanwu. Now an opening past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Got a man downfield. It's Devontae. And he's into the end zone yet again. Davante Adams. Touchdown, Jets. What a half he is putting together. That's his third touchdown already. Zerline's kick, up and good. And the Jets get it back to within 9. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. Hardy now with the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Ravens offense and receiver Zay Flowers heading back onto the field. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. He's going to keep it himself. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their 2nd.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
Oh, yeah. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. So, 2 minutes to play in a back and forth first half. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. So, here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Jackson. He'll run again.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot. You change it. Sit hot.
2nd down. Jackson. He'll take off again. And he's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs could be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
On the return, here comes Wanwu. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Jets offense and Bruce Hall getting set for this next drive. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Open man, downfield, it is Adams. He will dive into the end zone. 72 yards. Touchdown, New York. This is quickly turning into a virtuoso performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Jets get it back to within 9. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. Hardy now with the return. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. The home team's offense getting set to get back to work.
DC, ready? I'm ready.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. He'll get rid of it and complete it. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive. To throw is Jackson. He'll look for Flowers downfield. And this will be incomplete.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
Now he'll run. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Now the Ravens use their first timeout, as the clock will stop at 45 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st and 10, Jackson. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Now, deep ball for Bateman. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Now Jackson on 4th down. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. They get the conversion with a gain of 22. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's going to tuck it and go. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout.
Just getting anything out of that one, I think, is a positive. It looked like he might have to throw it away early. Instead, he pulls it down. He winds up picking up a yard.
Cut. Jackson now on 2nd down. That one taken in. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Baltimore.
These are the plays that when you look back, like they ultimately decide the outcome of the game. There's no time left on the clock. All they're trying to do is take a shot into the end zone. You've got to get depth. You've got to have guys that can go up and high point and compete for the ball. And you've just got to knock this ball down and go into halftime.
And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter. 3rd quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Gibson now on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Jets offense and Devontae Adams heading back onto the field. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. This one intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Stevens. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see, and it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum building.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
Tucker for the point after. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on
Delay
time.
of game, offense.